My brother, John, is 2 years older than me. You know, great guy. But, you know, growing up, our relationship was probably like most brothers. I mean, we fought a lot, but, you know, it went deeper than that. You know, I don't know where exactly that started, but my guess is it started early on. And, you know, as our relationship, you know, shifted to, you know, us getting older and leaving the house, you know, we stopped talking. And it got to a point where I didn't talk to him in almost a year and a half. And, you know, I'd see him at holidays, and, you know, it would be a struggle just for us to have a conversation. So, you know, when I started my journey last October, you know, one of the things that, you know, God really laid on my heart is, you know, you need to get things right with your brother. And it was a place I did not want to go. Because I was fearful of rejection. I was fearful of a lot of things, but that was probably the biggest thing for me. But, you know, I kept hearing God say, you know, you need to go here. This is where I'm going. You need to come with me. And, you know, I decided to put those fears aside, and I wrote my brother a letter. And I remember writing the letter, and I remember being like, you know, what do I say? You know, how do I let him know where I'm at and where I want to go without, you know, maybe turning him off, or, you know, so I prayed about it, and I put that dependency on God, and the words that went into that letter were just clearly just, hey, I miss you, I love you, and I know you're busy, but if you could find a place, you know, in your life for me, that's where I want to be. And you know, he called me back about a week later. And he told me that letter really, really made him think. And we got to share, you know, that night, and kind of go back and talk about some things. And, you know, it started a series of conversations that we'd have on the phone with each other. And, you know, I'd leave here in the men's group, and I'd just be so excited to tell him about, you know, what God was doing in my life. And I wanted to share that journey with him. And, you know, in a sense, you know, I kind of had an idea where John was with his walk with God, and, you know, I knew that, you know, he was in a place where, you know, he was struggling with surrendering his life over. So here I am, his little brother, being a big brother to him, you know, and I got to share, you know, what God was doing in my life. And, you know, I was going in conversations and really just letting God lead those conversations. And I got a chance to go up and see him right around Easter time. And, you know, I was going to Danielle's, my girlfriend's parents' house in Newport News, and my brother lives there, so we stopped in to see him, and it was nice to see him, and I could tell there was something wrong. And I remember, you know, just realizing that, you know, something about, you know, that situation, you know, God wanted me to come back and talk with him. And I remember telling Danielle, you know, listen, when we get done eating dinner with your parents, I'm going to go back over to my brother's house. And so I went back, and I got a chance to sit down with him, and we had a conversation about God, and we talked about where, you know, he was. And he gave his life over to Christ that night. And, you know, the story didn't end there. You know, he started calling me up, and he'd call me in the middle of the day and just blow me away. He'd say, Joe, I want to pray with you. You got a minute? You know, and there's nothing better than, you know, having an opportunity to have that relationship that I never thought was possible with my brother. And, you know, the other amazing thing is how easy it was for me to recognize that now it was time for me to be the little brother again. And give him that role back of big brother. So, guys, if I can just tell you that, you know, there's places that Christ wants to take us, and he wants to restore relationships, and he wants to take you to places you never thought you'd go. But, you know, we got to seek him out and put our dependency on him. And I promise you, he'll take you to places you never thought you would be in. So, and I thank you guys for tonight and getting the opportunity to share with you some of the things that God's been doing in my life. So, Dave, I know you always like to close things up, so I'm gonna give you that opportunity again.
So nice, man. Appreciate it.